Hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, you know there's just 113 days until Christmas 2021. And I had to go through a back door and do all kinds of work just to get this to go live. We are set this up in YouTube, then went over to Streamlabs, tried to connect, it won't connect, and then had to go into StreamYard, input the stream key, all kinds of nonsense just to get live. Oh, what a pain. But here we are, and I think that I've got everything working, that we can monitor the stream, we can monitor the chat, and I can highlight comments like I have here. So, I'm going to have to adjust this chat window here and see if I can get this to show a little bit better so you can see all of the comment. My goodness, when I'm just getting everything set up. I have a brand new computer here, got a brand new setup, and getting all of the settings is the challenge. So let's see if we can get this in now. Oh, there you go. Now I can see all of Mark's comment. Every episode of the Book of Boba Fett, they'll add a new color to his rainbow by the end of the series. Let me go and turn off. Let me see if I can turn off the the name on there. Let's see, just get rid of that. There we go. So now we're a little bit better. And look, I can display the chat. I can put everything in. Oh, and you guys might hear some banging and booming going on in the background because we've got contractors here. They're working on the house and they're putting in new shingles. We're getting new shingles on the house, so they're up there. Oh, we're getting close. Yeah, Christmas is right around the corner. You never know. Good to see you guys. Hey, you guys have probably already seen some of the news here. And let me just share the screen with you so you can follow along as well. Let's see if I can get this to show. Oh, let's move it. Let's get this up, and I'll put it. I'll get myself out of the way. So, Star Wars News Network released some information earlier today that that I'm sure you guys are all interested in, and they asked that we be careful on sharing it. Hey, there's Spencer. Good to see you, my friend. They asked that people not share information unless you let them know it could contain spoilers. You know, there are people who don't want to know anything about the show before the show. So that's the situation there. That's sleigh modifications. That's that's right, Levi. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm using the digital SLR for the video feed. It's a bit sharper, I think, than it was before. And I've got to get Streamlabs figured out to connect to the YouTube on on the new computer because it's not wanting to. So I'll have to work on doing some of that. You guys, the elf torture chamber. Oh, the elves, they've got their happy lives. They live very happy lives. They love it here, and they're having a great time singing and making toys. And we'll talk a little bit about toys. Oh, thanks so much, yada yada. Thank you very much. Kendall's here. Hello. Oh, normies to nerds. And so, look, if you don't want Book of Boba Fett spoilers, potential spoilers, anything that could kind of ruin a surprise for you, this might not be your video, and I wanted to give that in respect to our friends at Star Wars News Network, and it's their story that we're sharing here, and I've got it up here so that you can see it along with me. Just a second. And there's some juicy tidbits in here. Oh, let's go into this a little bit and show you all what we're talking about. It says new bits on Boba Fett's motive and armor in the Book of Boba Fett. We've been speculating about Boba Fett's motive. I have had the opinion that we're going to get a little bit of Boba Fett's Blacklist, like the TV show, The Blacklist, or his hit list, if you would. Oh, very good. Uh, don't hear any singing else. Well, we're in Santa's winter cabin here. This is not. This is not the workshop. The elves are over at the workshop being productive. They're having a good time, and I don't want to interrupt their work. So there you go. Oh my goodness, you guys are great. Um, you guys are fantastic. Gray's here. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. So anyway, here's the new. I've been speculating that it's a bit of Boba Fett's blacklist or his hit list, if you will, is names that he's got to get even with. And there's been speculation that maybe we'd see Han Solo, for example. Might they use the torture room is soundproof. Star Wars tonight. Good to see you. So might they use Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo in the Book of Boba Fett? Age him up, kind of the opposite of de-aging. We know, of course, it would be kind of a surprise for sure if they could get Harrison Ford to actually do it. And he's plenty busy. All right, Harrison Ford is plenty busy with the Indiana Jones 5 stuff. So I really don't think he's going to be there. But we could get Alden. And if it's Boba Fett's hit list, the folks that he's got a little beef to score, then you would expect Han Solo might be on there, because you don't get knocked into the belly of a sarlacc and forget about it. Oh, he's certainly going to remember that. So you could speculate that. People have been wondering about Bosk, some of Boba Fett's henchmen, the guys that kind of went around with him. So might you get some of them involved? Potentially, I think so. I think it's very possible we could get that. And if we get Bosk, the rumor last week was, of course, that we were going to get my very favorite, right? That we were going to get Cad Bane. Oh, Cad Bane. We saw him in the Bad Batch with that plate on his head. And Sheev and I have that bet about will Boba Fett kill Cad Bane. If every episode is a kill, if Boba Fett is killing somebody in every episode, well, Han Solo wouldn't make that list. And I would say that our friend Cad Bane won't be on that list either. That we will see him survive for sure. So I'm going that way. And then other news is perhaps we would see Imbo, other bounty hunters that he's run with. So those are the other people that he might have a beef, a score to settle. And I'd like to know who you would add to that list. Who does Boba Fett have a score to settle with, other than who we've already mentioned? Of course, we've mentioned Han Solo. We've mentioned Cad Bane. Who else has done Boba Fett wrong that he is going to be looking for a score to settle? There's one name that I haven't mentioned. I'm letting you guys bring it up. Somebody fairly obvious. I think it's somebody fairly obvious we should see in here as well. And let's see if you guys bring up that name. If not, I'll bring it up later. You guys remind me to do so. But we'll work through this article a little bit. So this says first an update. They were going to do another update on the Kenobi series, but they got some folks got some hot water last week over the article that they released. So I want to see Admiral Rampart get his. Does Boba Fett have a beef to settle with a Rampart? Mace Windu? No. Not that we know of, right? Does Cab or does Boba Fett have a score to settle with Mace Windu? Oh, I don't know. Windows 10. Are you saying that Boba Fett has a beef to settle with Windows 10? That's hilarious. So they said that they're not going to release that information, but they do have some other news to release, and this is what I was trying to be respectful of, right? They said, please do not share the information publicly, as there are many fans who wish to go into movies or shows fresh. So I've given a bit of a spoiler warning up front. I don't want to spoil it for somebody that wants to keep that. Yeah. Windows 10 needs to be on the list. That's hilarious. We go into the spoilers. Before we dive in, be transparent. This isn't information that they got themselves, but they got it from a credible source, somebody they... a beef to skittle. There you go. Good Star Wars Meg reference there. Thank you so much. But it's a credible source. And here they say, with that said, we've learned that in the series, Boba Fett is in revenge mode. So there we have it. What we've been speculating for some time, we've been speculating it would be his blacklist, his hit list. That's what this seems to be. He has his hit list, folks, that he is after. And so he's going to be going after everyone who did him wrong in the past. And even more, he'll be doing it with a new look to his armor. Oh no! Oh, we've heard about renaming the Slave One. Is it the Boba Fett starship, or is it oh shoot, the name of the class of ship that it is? It'll come to me in a second. You guys will get it before me. So. Those would, but what we haven't heard anybody talk about changing Boba Fett's armor. Oh my goodness. Oh, Levi, Kira would definitely be somebody that he would have a beef to settle with, right? Because here he had Han Solo in carbonite. We're delivering him to Boba Fett. And, there it is, the fire spray. Thanks so much, that boy Steve. Yeah, so he had a Han Solo in carbonite, and if you're following the Bounty Hunters comics, you'll see that Kira took his Han Solo in carbonite, stole it from Boba Fett, and he had to get it back. So he would definitely have a beef to settle with Kira. Oh, that would be good. So we could get Kira in there. We could get the elf one. Oh, that's good. We could get Kira for sure. We've got I love that speculation as well, because here we could get Boba Fett with beef to settle with Han Solo, and a beef to settle with Kira. Han Solo, Kira, they're boyfriend, girlfriend, right? We could end up with that Solo 2, the series that it was speculated might pick up from Solo, the movie, into live action. So that could absolutely happen. Give me the show. I can't wait anymore. Oh, it's very exciting. But, as far as his armor is concerned, yeah, there you go. The Slave One. As far as his armor is concerned, I had this sent to me, again, from the comic book run. And let's take a look at Boba Fett's armor in here. Look, can you guys see right here? We've got, he's wearing like all black. We've talked a lot about the prototype armor, right? That white, it's all white. But look at the armor here in the comic book series. We've got him in all black. I think that we very well could get this version of Boba Fett, the repaint, wearing all black from the comic book. Oh, that's a good one. That is really, really good. Let's go back to the story and read what it says. It says, a new look to his armor. And then it says, a full armor change seems unexpected, considering his efforts to fix his old armor and how much it means. But we were assured from people who saw it that there were distinct difference to how it looks. Well, all black would be that. Right? All black. It's not the proto armor. It's not his beat up armor or the refresh paint. It would be an all black armor that we see in the comic run. I think that's a really good hint. It says but and was assured that the updated armor looks awesome. A much better paint job than when last we saw him in the season 2 post credits. It's possible the technique to help the audience differentiate between past and present and flashbacks. Oh boy, oh boy, that would be quite impressive. Yeah, Kira would be great as long as it's not hot pink and purple. We put that in the thumbnail as a little bit of clickbait, but it was fun to do. I hope Boba goes to a snow planet and paints his armor white to blend in with the snow. I think the proto armor is going to go to Omega. We talked about that a lot during the Bad Batch, that I think Omega is going to actually get that white, and you end up with Alpha Omega, and this would fit even better when we talk about Boba Fett wearing all black armor. What's the opposite of all black? All white, and we could definitely see him. Oh, I need to make this just a little bit smaller. There you go. We need to definitely see him wearing the black. And somebody put on here stealth armor. Yes, that's the idea. Yeah, we do have a couple of four-legged critters here running around with Santa. So, yeah, the black armor is temporary repaint in the comic, but it looks cool. That's right. So I think that that's a strong possibility. Look, that's speculation on our part here. We're speculating that it could be the black armor. We don't know for sure. I'm just reading. Yeah, I need a trigger warning. Yeah, no kidding. You change Boba Fett into some other armor. They're going to want to a trigger warning. But we're just going off of here saying that they said it is a significant repaint. And of course, that gets jokes on my part from Hasbro. Hasbro loves repaints. Boba Fett and repaint, that's just money in their pocket. So, seriously, I would not be surprised at all to see Hasbro releasing another Boba Fett with another repaint before we get a blurg. Oh, Santa wants a blurg so bad. We need a TVC blurg. They've been in every single Star Wars era and almost every single series or adaptation of Star Wars you've ever seen. And yet we don't have them in TVC or TBS, right? We don't have them in the Vintage Collection, nor do we have them in the Black Series. I could suppose you could say you don't have them in Retro either. The only ones we have are these ones that came in... right, we got these ones here that came in the what are these called? Mission Fleet. We got the Mission Fleet blurg, but that's just not going to cut it. We need to get ourselves a nice Vintage Collection blurg or Black Series blurg to get them in there. So let's get caught up here with some of the comments. Still confused why he wants new armor. That sweet repaint in the Dark Rose Mando 2 looked really cool yet classic. You're right, Isaac, but if this is before, so he goes from the Boba Fett armor that we see in the movies and then the repaint, but this is a specific black like stealth armor for a particular, it was in a particular episode, a particular mission, so it would collapse it down to a particular era in the past. It wouldn't be present, it would be past. Was anyone triggered by the thumbnail? No, they were just joking, like, we don't want to see purple and pink armor. Gray, gotta go. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in, Gray. Great to have you here. Blurg, right. All right. The black armor's total ninja, Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. Easy repaint for Hasbro, right. And, all black is very, very popular. We've seen it with the Dark Troopers and stuff like that as well. So it would be a Death Troopers, all black, and you get Boba Fett wearing all black. And I love the juxtaposition of Boba Fett wearing all black and Omega perhaps wearing the proto armor all white. Having those as brother and sister set apart from each other would just be fantastic. So let's see. He definitely needs a fresh can of paint. Well, a fresh coat of paint. He got it at the end of Mando season 2. It looks great, but the black would be for that special mission that came earlier. Let's see. Do you think we'll see the first trailer this month, Saul? Oh, we can hope. This month it might be a little too soon, though. I would think that we'll probably get the first episode in November. To be honest, I don't think we'll get it before then. If we get anything, we might get a sizzler before then, but the first trailer probably won't come until that Star Wars Day on November 12th. I would expect the first true Boba Fett trailer to come on the 12th. Black Boba Fett armor. Wait, where'd I get it? Black armored Boba Fett with red overalls and a visor. Right. Let's see. Get caught up. Let's see. Din looking like he's got brand new rims with his armor. The shiny. That's good. That's really good. Let's see. Get caught up. Hey, Boss Bounty. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, I sent you some direct messages in Discord. If you get a chance, hit me up and we can plan something out. I want to see Boba use the entire outfit, and Mando is a mix between the black red armor. It could make sense. Yes. Black armor, red visor, like Kit from Knight Rider. Funny. Blurg, more like Blarg. Hey, Brock. It's going well here. We're getting a new roof put on the house, and you guys may hear the pounding, hammering, and noise from that during our live stream today. So that's stuff going on in the back. Let's see if I get caught up. I think I already did that one. Neon green, pink, and lemon yellow armor. Right. How are you going to stand out in a crowd? That'd do it. Maybe they'll show where he found his Mando helmet in the flashback. Ooh, Isaac. That is so good because that is a big question. Even in the cutscene from the Clone Wars animated series, where Boba Fett had the duel with Cad Bane, he's wearing that helmet. Where'd he get the helmet? His dad's helmet was completely destroyed when he attacked Mace Windu in the Clone Wars. That thing was cut in half and beyond repair. There's even been some discussion. Some folks asked about it from Dave Filoni, and he said, no, it's definitely destroyed. So, right, they need to do something about that. Yeah, trailer on Disney Plus Day. I think so. Don't mind repaints. Isaac, the frustration that a lot of us have, I don't mind repaints either. It's when you're collecting figures and you get the same figure, Boba Fett, over and over and over again, wearing the same armor, just painted a different color, but yet you don't get a lot of figures. For example, Hasbro has never given us a vintage collection line in the Rebels, right? We don't have any of the Rebels crew, and the Ghost is an iconic ship, and the Rebels characters are huge, and they're going to be a big part of the Filoni verse, the big part of the Mando verse. They're tie-ins to all of the series that we've seen, and yet we don't have those figures. So the frustration is that Hasbro spends so much doing repaints and not giving us new figures. That's why you hear those comments. Sizzler could go for a steak and salad bar, right? Hasbro delays are pushing back everything. Yes. Oh, you guys, you're killing me. You're killing me. So that's the. Let's drive down into this this story just a little bit more. They talk about the armor, and then you come down. It says you may reveal Tamura Morrison saying that it would include flashbacks set between the events of Empire Strikes Back and The Mandalorian, and that the report said that this is sort of like a Mandalorian season 2.5, or even perhaps that Mandalorian season 3 and Mandalorian season 3 is actually season 4, and those 4 seasons of the Mandalorian that were kind of Giancarlo Esposito said it. Early reports had that it was going to be 4 seasons. That the Book of Boba Fett fulfills that 3rd season, and that puts then season 3 of the Mandalorian fulfilling the 4th season. And of course, Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net had that story on the lease for the property where they were doing a lot of the filming coming up, and that tied into all of this coming as well. So it's very well could be the end of the Mandalorian after this season, or as Meg put out in her video today, we might we truly might get 4 seasons of the Mandalorian, and that the Book of Boba Fett doesn't subtract from that. Do you think Boba will get a new Rancor for the palace? Megan, good to see you. The story is that Jabba had more than one Rancor, that there were several. And so the Rancor that Luke killed in Return of the Jedi, it wasn't the only Rancor that he had in his stable, so to speak. So there absolutely could still be a Rancor down in there that has survived from Jabba as part of his herd. Is that what you have? Is it a herd of Rancor? Is it a you know, is it a murder of Rancor? You know, how is that? Kendall, do you think Din will repaint his armor eventually? That's a good question. I don't think so. It just doesn't. You know, he goes with that metallic look, and I like it. Maybe that's just my preference because I really like the way it looks. So maybe not. There's no Bandai Rebel model kit for the Ghost. That's right. There's no model kit for the Ghost. There's a plot hole. Boba would need Bando armor to reforge or upgrade his armor, unless it's just a repaint. Yeah, I think it's a repaint. Like that black stealth armor is a temporary paint over the paint, and then you could wash it off or have it removed to return back to the natural color, so or to its previous color. So I would expect that should we see him wearing, for example, perhaps the all black armor that we saw in that prototype. Here, I'll pull that up again so you guys can see it. If he's wearing this all black armor you see in this comic, then the full color would be underneath the black. So you would see that. So there you go. Let's see. What else does it say here? From a merchandising perspective. Oh, that's our friends at Hasbro. Oh, merchandising. Hasbro, the most beautiful sound they could ever hear is repaint. They love it. From a merchandising perspective, having him wear new armor makes sense. We could differentiate between his appearances in The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and of course, The Empire Strikes Back, right? You know, you've got all the different eras of his armor. And you guys still haven't mentioned one person that Boba Fett would have a score to settle with, potentially. Somebody who's been rumored to maybe show up in the show. There's a couple of names that come to mind. You guys still haven't brought them up, so let's see if you come up with it. Just a reminder, we're looking for that. Hey, Levi has to take off. Thanks for stopping in, Levi. I got to catch up with you to do some High Republic coverage. So there we go. The chrome looks cool on Den. Right. Who took care of the baby Rancor when Jabba choked on his aspirations? Oh, that's funny, that boy Steve. You know, he had that guy who took care of his Rancor, the guy who was so upset when Luke killed the one. So I'm sure that guy would still take care of the Rancor. So there you have it. There's two people that I can come up with that Boba Fett might have a little bit of a beef to settle with, and I haven't heard either one of them in the chat yet. We'll give you a chance here before we close up. And here at the end, Says Ming-Na Wen will also be back as Fennec Shand, but that's as far as the actors are confirmed. Oh, there's some other actors that have been rumored. There's been some other actors rumored, but we haven't seen them. We haven't seen confirmation of them. So, what do you all think? Are we going to get more cameos? And there's two names that have been really big. I'll give you one. I'll give you one. You guys give me the other one. I'll give you the first one. It's with Luke Skywalker, of course. Oh, Jabba's sail barge. Luke Skywalker was there. Sure, Han Solo hit the jetpack and sent him into the Sarlacc where he should have stayed, but he gets out of the Sarlacc. But Luke Skywalker was also involved there. He took, of course, he was involved in taking Han Solo, de-icing him, although that was Leia that did it, but he was involved in that whole plot to rescue Han Solo, or release him from Jabba's palace. So Luke Skywalker could be one of the names on Boba Fett's hit list, on his blacklist, so to speak. The other name, come on, I know you guys know it. Somebody else that he might have a little bit of a beef with. Somebody that he would like to get settle a score. Settle a score. Oh, oh, we need a Star Wars Santa cameo. Oh, I'm up for it. Send me out to California. I'll be there. Oh, Dominic, that's so good. Kenobi comes to mind. Oh, perhaps, but no, he's already dead, right? So Kenobi's already a Force ghost. Somebody else. Lando. Oh, Lando's good. Ooh, that the Black Kashyyyk Wookiee from Dr. Aphra. Yes, Jason Ward, our friend at MakingStarWars.net. His show comes on here in like 15 minutes, so I'll get off here. We'll end our stream here in time for Jason's live stream. But yes, Black Kyrgyzstan or whatever his name is. That's the name of that Black Wookiee that is rumored to be in there. Absolutely, he could show up. But hey, what about? Give him one more. Did I miss them being named? Lando and Han. We did mention Han Solo, or Han Solo, as Lando likes to call him. Han Solo could absolutely be there. Kira could be there. We know that for sure. We're going to get Cad Bane. Chewie, I don't know. Perhaps. But I'm thinking Omega showing up. Somebody here, I'll give you everything but the name. You guys get it. For Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1, somebody who happened to have Boba Fett's armor took it away and then you had Din Djarin take it away. We've already heard rumors that he was a part of the cast. We might fully expect to see. So there you go. I've given you everything but his name. You guys could come up with it. Oh, yeah. I hate how big the phones are. Yeah. You gotta have two thumbs. Cobb Vanth. There you go, Steve. Cobb Vanth. Yeah, I think for sure Cobb Vanth will be on the hit list as well. Somebody that Boba Fett has a score to settle. He had his armor. He didn't rightfully own it, so Cobb Vanth is the last guy that I can think of off the top of my head. So it's actually the first name that I came up with, and then came up with Han, and came up with Luke from there, and of course Kira from the Bounty Hunter comic books. Kira, we know, stole Han's body, or the carbonite, so he might have a beef to settle with Kira as well. Oh, hyped is true. Now there is some other there's just a little bit more that I want to talk about here, and then we can I wouldn't mind seeing Cobb being smoked. Oh, I don't want Cobb Vanth smoked. Again, I don't know if they're going to kill these characters or not. I mentioned earlier, yeah, Timothy Oliphant's hair alone deserves to survive. That guy has got some hair. It looks great. Santa has hair envy. Timmy, Timothy Oliphant definitely needs to be in more Star Wars. So I would love to see him continue as Cobb Vanth and see more of that. And I already mentioned that. He got it from the Jawas. That's right. I already mentioned. Look, if Han Solo shows up, we know Han Solo survives an encounter with Boba Fett. These may not be kills. They may not be kills. And so any hope that my friend Sheev the Wise has of seeing Boba Fett kill Boba Fett kill Cad Bane, tamper those down, my friend. Tamper them down. I want him to survive. We need more Cobb Vanth. We need more Cad Bane. Oh my goodness. I would hate to see them taken out that fast. Boba could take out all the Jawas. Not only the men, but the women and children too. Oh, I took that from Star Wars Meg. So I want to bring up another story here. I've mentioned it a couple times already, but Hasbro's having this Fan First Wednesday. Star Wars next Wednesday, September 8th. Let me scooch this over so you guys can see it. This is from their Instagram account, and you can see Hasbro Pulse has announced this. The question is, what figures might we get in this Fan First Wednesday coming from next week? I don't have any firm information I could share. There's some, the elves have their ears to the ground when it comes to toys and making toys. And there's some things that we're sort of been expecting to see throughout the year. Santa desperately wants his vintage collection blurg or a black series blurg. We need both, but we would love to see some blurgs in the line. We would love to see some other figures, not just more repaints. So hopefully there's still some season 1 Mandalorian vintage collection figures that haven't been announced. Expect to see IG-11, things like that. But I think those are coming later. I think those will be announced differently. So Boba and Cad is kill or be killed. Perhaps so. I don't want to see him gone that quickly. Cobb was well received. I saw a question in here. Kill everyone but Fennec and Boba. Oh no. Have a carbonite haul where he keeps victims on his hit list. Now that could be. Kendall says, I don't know what Cobb's purpose would be past last season. Well, he is still a bit of a sheriff of that town, right? A peacekeeper of that town. He has a role in that city where he was serving. He just doesn't have the armor anymore. And of course, the hit list or the blacklist would be because he had Boba's armor. And so if Boba's holding a grudge for Cobb Vanth for having that armor, then that would be it as well. Let's see. Boba taking out Jawa ripoffs, Anakin slaughter. Right. Right. I was just joking about that, but yeah. A Star Wars Meg figure with her Mega Mug in hand. My Mega Mug has been shipped. I'm waiting for it to arrive. It should arrive here within the next few days. Definitely wanting that. I hope we get a Black Series Cobb Vanth. I hope that we get a Black Series and a Vintage Collection Cobb Vanth. As I mentioned, there are some Season 1 Mando figures that haven't been released yet. Of course, last year there was the big HasLab project was the Razor Crest. That was the big crowdfunded project they had, and lots of fantastic features and characters, add-ons, bonuses given with that HasLab Razor Crest. But we don't have yet all of the Season 1 cast for Mandalorian, and I would love to see more of that. And yada yada. Bane is already a dead man. It's happening. No, I refuse to accept it. I refuse to accept it. I desperately want to see Cad Bane. More Cad Bane is the only correct answer. To see him die would mean less Cad Bane, and that's not good for anybody. Do you think Book of Boba Fett will be more than one season? I don't think so. If of course viewers will drive additional seasons, but if this is indeed his blacklist, so to speak, and there's a list of names, and he's working his way down those names, then once he finishes the list, then it would be done, and the Book of Boba Fett, meaning his blacklist book, would be complete. So I don't think there will be more. Yes, Cad Bane lives. There you go, Star Wars MCUOG. Very good. The Book of Boba Fett has no chance of leading to the First Order's rise. It's different, right? It has nothing to do with it. So yeah, everyone needs a mega mug, right? But seriously, the Book of Boba Fett doesn't really have a tie-in. Ronnie Jimenez, hey, good to see you. Good to see you, Ronnie. Yes, mega mugs. There you go. So let me just kind of wrap up the deal here. Oh, you get yours tomorrow. Oh, mine says between the 3rd and the 7th. So mine could come tomorrow or might come early next week. I seriously hope I get it tomorrow. Hoping to get on a live stream with Meg tomorrow. Yeah. the tail above sitting on the shoulder. I know. We've got a puppy back there making its way around. So we've got this fan first thing coming up Wednesday. We'll see if we can get some coverage of that. We always love after these Hasbro events to get our good friend Zuvium, Martin Keeler on, and we've made friends here with Bosk's Bounty, Tim. Maybe we can get Tim and we can get Martin together after the event and cover that with you all. See what you're most excited for and have a nice discussion on that. So it's time for me to try to wrap up because we've got to get lead into makingstarwars.net. Jason Ward will be starting his show soon, and Jason has some exciting information to share. He sent me a message earlier, and I'm not going to steal any of his thunder. I'm only going to hype it. Jason has some exciting information that he wants to share. I think it's fun, and I'm excited to hear him cover it on his show. So please go check out makingstarwars.net. Go check out Jason's show here coming up in just a couple minutes. And Star Wars Meg. Star Wars Meg will be covering this Star Wars News Network story in the morning. Look for Star Wars Meg's watch for her video to come out on this topic tomorrow. And then tomorrow afternoon, hopefully Meg and I will be able to do a Star Wars weekend review news wrap up summary, and we always have a lot of fun. And she does a great job of embarrassing Santa and and livening up the chat. So hopefully we'll get her in. Ashton, quite a big question. Do you think Fett will die by the end of the show? That, Ashton, is a fantastic question. And, you know, this is just Santa, right? This is just Santa. I think the chances of seeing Boba Fett die are higher than the chances of seeing Cad Bane die. There's your hot take of the day. There you go. That my hot take is I think the chances of seeing Cad Bane survive are higher, and that and there are several reasons for that. You guys, the Slave One could absolutely be Din Djarin's next ship. You know, the Razor Crest was blown to bits, to little pieces of dust, and we need to get Din Djarin a new ship. He could get the Slave One through Boba Fett if Boba Fett is dead. That's why I think there's a good chance we might see him die. And I mean, what other story is there to tell with Boba Fett other than the past? So I would love to see Cad Bane survive, Boba Fett die, and that Din Djarin gets the Slave One. Oh my goodness. Let's see. There was another. Bane's pretty old at the time, so Boba Fett could kill him. Well, it would be slower. He would be slower. Tomorrow will be Meg and Santa's spicy stream. Yeah, I know you guys don't like the idea, Cat, of Boba Fett being killed, but Boba Fett has a clone of himself like his father. Ooh, there's a hot take. Now, I think that anyway, it's just my opinion. Maybe neither of them dies. I was just kind of throwing it out that way. So look, I hadn't planned on coming in today. We've got the work getting done. So I think Dan will get a new ship. Oh, that's good. So guys, I'm going to wrap it up and go check out Jason Ward making Star Wars. And see the news that he has to share today. And we will catch you guys sometime tomorrow for sure. We'll be doing a live stream, and I can't wait to talk to you all then. Until then, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day, and Merry Christmas, everybody, and may the Force be with you always. Bye-bye.